Hello! In today's video, we're going to step into the world of 3D printing. So let's get on with it. Roll titles! Welcome to the channel if it's your first time here, and welcome back if it's not. Now in today's video, we are going to be having some WEEFUN. Yes, you heard me correctly. We're going to be looking at this, and this is the WEEFUN 3D printer. Now this is the Tina 2S model of the WEEFUN 3D printer, and it's on sale at Amazon for around about £200, which sort of very firmly puts it into the budget 3D printer category. It's actually quite a small 3D printer, so it doesn't have a particularly big bed. That is the 3D printing surface. I say it like I know what I'm talking about. I've never owned a 3D printer before. I don't know much about 3D printing. So see this as sort of my first foray into the world, and you're coming along with me. Let's have some WEEFUN with Tina. Done that before, cost me a lot of money, a lot more than £200. Anyway, I digress. So I guess we need to get it out of the box. Now this is a relatively large box for the space I've got, so I don't know how well unboxing it's going to turn out, but we'll have some WEEFUN together. It says don't accept this if the seal is broken. The seal is not broken, so we are good. Okay, so we've got a little starty guide. Tina quick start guide, very helpful. We've got some PLA, only a little spool of it. I have seen people in online reviews mention that you can't easily put on the big spools of PLA because this is such a small printer. So that's something to bear in mind. We have got a UK power cable with a UK plug and an inline on and off switch. Cool. We've got some bits and bobs. Oh, we've got a nozzle cleaner. We've got an SD card with some models and some software. Got some all-purpose glue. Okay. Little spanners. Looks like a replacement nozzle. Some Allen keys. Yeah, so general bits and bobs. And we've also got a USB cable to a, is that a USB-B? I can't remember the name of the cable, but basically you can print in a variety of ways with this printer. You can plug it into your computer or Mac, or you can use the app, or I think you can just stick in models on the SD card and print them directly from that. There we go. That is so cute and tiny. So obviously you're not going to be using this to print big gregarious models. Comes included with some sweets for the kiddies. Please don't give this to your children. I am joking. The use of third-party filaments is prohibited. This is where the filament goes on to, I think. Each disc of filament requires a different temperature. Please adjust to the best temperature. Makes sense. If the filament is damp or dusty, it will cause clogging. Please do not use it, okay? And this is our filament guide thing. Yeah, that's the technical term. On the side there, at a very jaunty angle, we've got our power input and our USB input, okay? Right, so we've got a few little bits of packaging that we need to remove. Okay, some more stuff on the top here. Some instructions. So this is our filament tube that needs to come out the top. There we go. Right, so we've got to remove the shaft coupling shell, which is hard to see, but it's this bit of yellow plastic down here. Press the fitting, insert the tube. So we've got to press this little black guy down and put the tube in. There we go, pull that up. So on the top here, we've got a QR code for the Poloprint Cloud app. I've got that installed on my phone already. And then there's a QR code for WEEFUN support. Now this is interesting. It says, slicer notice, please use WiiBuilder or our custom curer to slice the model. Using other slicer software may damage the printer. Don't know how true that is, but we don't want to argue with the printer to start with. Right, so I guess this guy comes out. There we go. So our filament is a 1.75 PLA 3D filament in white. Print temperature is 180 degrees to 210 degrees Celsius. Okie dokie. So yeah, that effectively sits on the side like that. Like I mentioned, I don't know if you'd get a much bigger spool of filament on there because there isn't much clearance. There we go. So it's got about 12 centimeters-ish. Maybe about 11.5. Yeah, that print bed is about 11 centimeters by 11 centimeters. So not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but you know. Okay, right, let's get some power into this. Now I've already got the Poloprint app installed on my phone. So yeah, you just got to download it and install it. It's all pretty straightforward. You do have to sign up to use it. So something I don't always necessarily agree with, but you know, it's one of those things. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll put the screen up here so you can see it. Okay, so it's just got some guides. Okay, it wants to find Bluetooth devices. We'll allow that. Okay, it's telling us why it needs all these permissions. That's fine. Oh, okay. We've got to, we've done all the packaging steps. Now we've got to cut our filament on the diagonal. And then it needs loading. There we go. So the filament is going up through the tube. Right, so we've met some resistance. So I've had to add my GoPro in here so you can actually see what's going on inside the printer. It's actually got an LED light inside it, so everything is very beautifully lit. Let's carry on with the next part of the instructions. So we've got to set our language to English. We've loaded the filament, so it's heating up the nozzle. So up here we've got the temperature, so it's climbing up to 210 degrees. While the nozzle is heating up, why don't I shout out all the people who have joined the channel. Now, people who've joined the channel basically pay a small amount each month to help financially support it. You don't have to join the channel and become a channel member. You can just hit like and subscribe, and that really helped me out. But if you want to help support this channel in a way where I can buy stuff like this, then yeah, become a channel member either on Facebook, Patreon, or YouTube. So while this is warming up, let's shout out all those awesome people who have already joined. So first up, we've got those kit fans who are Matt Lovies, JRC Electrical, For the Burbs, Wayne Cornish, Mike Cass, Rob Lynn, Scott Made a Thing, Michael Wood, Draco MacGyver, Rebecca, Tom, and Abigail. Then you have to get up really early to beat the Kip early birds who are Dean Ball, Shauna Cablesmith Electrical, Tim Salt, Sorcerer Stan, Mark C, and Will Bennett. And then we've got those lovely Kip lovers who I love very much, and they are Bella Webster, Stez Stickspix, Lawrence, Scott Kendall, Props Retrofix, Chelsea B, and Shade Noah. And then right at the top there, we have got the incredible Kip Nutters, who are the amazing Becky, Alan Green, and the My Mate Vince fan club over on Facebook. Thank you all so much for your support. It really is appreciated. Anyway, let's do some 3D printing. Okay, so that beeping is saying insert filament and press button to continue. So we should all be loaded. Wait for filament purge. So I think this is just gonna pull a load of filament out and just stick it on the plate. There we go, look, it's stringing out. Ugh. So I guess this is just testing the filaments coming through correctly as it should. There's no issues with it, etc, etc. That seems to be purging a lot of filament. I feel like, should I press the button? Maybe I should have pressed the button sooner because I do have a lot of purged filament. Right, okay, so I've got to insert the TF card now. Done. Because it actually says like that next it should like want to scan the QR code, but it hasn't actually wanted to do that. So let's just try printing the little ship. Oh, okay, it tells you that it's going to take 1 hour 48 minutes. Okay. Now, it hasn't asked to do any leveling or anything like that, which is interesting, but we'll see what it says, I guess. Interesting, okay. It seems to be heating up the platform. But I suppose what we should really do is just let this print and see what happens. So it's 10:39 now. Let's see how long this takes to print. And I'll time lapse the print for you. Okay, well let's let this print and then I guess we can come back and set it up in the app in a mo. And we are done. And as you can see, we've got a little boat. It just did it. I think it took about an hour and a half-ish. Now, how do we actually take it off? Lift the plate. Oh, look, there we go. Plate has come off. So yeah, look, there we go. Let's have a little closer look at it. I mean, really, that is quite impressive. You know, there are a few little stringy bits. I am actually quite shocked for what is essentially a budget 3D printer. It's actually come out really nicely. So, okay. So yeah, that's that's come off there, and we're just left with this on the base. Yeah, little plastic spudger guy. Got that off. I'm actually very, very impressed with this. It looks pretty good. That's so smart. And the sheer fact that we didn't have to do any faffing or configuring, you know, I just kind of stuck the SD card in and it was like, yep, yeah, okay, let's go. Now, I want to get it connected to the phone app actually, because I didn't do that. So let's see if we can work out how to make that happen. Aha, there we go. So if we go into Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi QR code, that's it. Okay, so it's asking for my Wi-Fi network and the Wi-Fi network password. Again, you can't see that. Nice. Yes, we'll allow it to find devices on the network. So I wonder if it actually needs plugging into the computer or it can talk wirelessly through it. Maybe. Seems to have found the Wi-Fi, I think. Hang on, if I go back to the info screen. Yeah, it's got a Wi-Fi signal. Smart. Yeah. So it's found it online, connected to the cloud server. Right, okay. So can I print something in the app? Oh, okay, so let's just search for a bear. Okay, well, let's see if the bear works. Just got the teddy bear. Just keep it on normal mode, I guess. Okay, so now it's saying that it's downloading the file. Download progress on the printer does not change for a long time. Please restart the printer and reslice and download. Okay. Well, I guess we'll leave it and see what it does. Yeah, it didn't actually work. It just sat on the downloading screen for ages and had like 0%. So I turned the printer off, turned it back on again, resent it to the printer as I did before, and it's downloaded like almost immediately, and it started printing our bear. Now apparently this print will take like 3 hours. So yeah, I guess we'll be back in a bit. But that was really easy. It was all done in the phone app. Didn't have to mess around or anything like that. Let it warm up and do its thing, and then we'll come back and see what that print is like. This is exciting. I'm very much enjoying this. Well, the 3D printer is printing behind me, and while it's doing that, I thought I'd install the software on my computer. So yeah, I'm recording this with my webcam, so the quality's not great, but you know, we'll get the point. The WiiBuilder software, which comes on the memory card and is also available on the WEEFUN site, yeah, it's just really simple and straightforward. And because the printer is connected via Wi-Fi to my network, I can actually connect directly to the printer through this software. So you don't need to have a cable between the 3D printer and your computer. So if I just click on this little symbol here, there you go, it's found it. And if I click on connect, there you go, it's showing us live what the printer's doing and how far through we are. So we're probably about 40% of the way through the print. So yeah, you can manage the printer wirelessly. I downloaded some stuff from Thingiverse to just see how it would work and how the software works. So something that I wanted to make for a while is we've got a KitchenAid mixer, and the accessories, they're a bit of a funny thing to store. Then I saw on Thingiverse that you can get KitchenAid mixer attachments, and you can basically print them off and stick them inside your cupboard, and you can hang the attachments from those. So yeah, let me show you the one that I downloaded. So yeah, it just sort of shows you it on the print bed, and you know, you can move it around the print bed and make it print sort of, I suppose you might be able to do several of them at once. And we can center it, and then we can slice it, and then that's made it ready to send through to the printer. I can't actually print it at the moment because it's still printing our bear. Oh, and look, at the bottom here, it actually tells you that that will take 35 minutes to print, and it will use 6.18 grams of filament. Let's wait for the bear to finish printing, and then we'll finish up the video. Actually, if you've watched this far into the video, comment "buy some orange filament" in the comments section. Just say that, buy some orange filament. Just like to know who's paying attention, who's watching, and more importantly, who's listening. Oh my word. I have had so much fun watching this print. It's just been amazing. And so here is the bear that I printed. I'm pretty pleased with how it's come out. There is a sort of little bit of funniness. I think it's meant to have like a bow tie on or something around there. I'm pretty pleased with the quality of the print. Obviously you can, if you look closely, see all the layers that make it up. But considering the market that this is clearly aimed at, i.e. beginners / children, you know, I think it actually produces very good results. And for a sort of printer that you can get for probably less than £200 if you shop around, it's not bad at all. Now, something else I printed was this KitchenAid. And yeah, I just sent it through from the app on my computer directly to the printer, and yeah, it printed. So if I grab the whiskey thing from the KitchenAid, yeah, the thing is you just slide it into there, and yeah, you can stick this into your cupboard with like a command strip or something, and it just becomes a sort of holder for your attachments. I've just made that today. I thought, oh, I'll try one of those, and yeah, it printed. I mean, obviously there are a lot higher end printers, there are a lot more expensive printers, but I think this is ideal if you just want to sort of dabble and see if you'll actually enjoy 3D printing. Now, I can't tell you that this is going to last you forever and this is the best printer in this price range, because, well, you've literally seen all my usage of it today in this video. It's just been pretty cool just letting it run and do its thing, and then cracking the things off the board. Yeah, my only tip for that seems to be is once the printer's finished, get it off the board straight away while the board is still warm. The bottom plate doesn't actually get like roasting hot or anything like that. It's just kind of warm. But yeah, it just makes it easier to remove these from it when it's a little bit warmer and all the sort of stringy excess. But yeah, I have had wee fun with this printer. I think I'm going to continue to do so. Now, obviously, this is a really, really brief overview into the world of 3D printing. Like I said at the start, I'm not an expert. This is literally the first printer that I've owned. But I've got a feeling I'm going to become quite addicted to it, and who knows where it will lead. I've ordered some more filament for this in different colours so I can play and me and James can make stuff and we can see where we end up on this journey. But I must admit, I was thinking for a budget printer, it was going to be an absolute nightmare, but you've seen pretty much my whole journey with it. I literally got it out of the box and started printing from the flash card straight away. No real setup apart from removing a bit of packaging. And yeah, the results are pretty good. It's not going to change the world. It's not the most complicated 3D printer. Considering the price and also the size of it as well, it is a really good starting point. 3D printers can get really large, but this will just sort of tuck nicely away. I've not actually given you any measurements for it. The unit itself is about 20 centimeters squared and about 28 centimeters tall. Obviously, you've got the sort of arm that comes out that the PLA attaches to. But apart from that, yeah, I've hoped you enjoyed this video and liked my first steps into 3D printing. If you've got anything to suggest or stuff you might like to see in a future video, then please do let me know in the comments section. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to say. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But for now, it's game over.